What is up? Another day here. Feeling good overall. Um, I had a little episode here. Heart, my heart shot up again for about 10 seconds, which was kind of alarming because I got a little bit lightheaded, and it shot up, and I was like, no, not this again. So, they are thinking about upping my medication, which I don't like. It's like I don't want to have to be on pills to live. You know, this is not the life I want for myself. And like I'm thinking, it's like, am I cheating death by being on these pills and doing these heart surgeries and stuff? It's like I'm very grateful and I'm happy that we have this technology. But it's like, obviously if it's your time, it is your time, but it's like, dude, I don't want to be on fucking pills for the rest of my life. Lately I've been thinking a lot like about death, of course, because being here, you know what I mean? Like you're seeing a lot of people who are not well, what is death, where do we go? All of these questions, and like, who are we, it's like, who am I? Or who do I think I am? It's like, right now, who I think I am is strictly based on what other people have said, like about me, basically. Matthew, you're tall. Matthew, you're handsome. Matthew, you're funny. Matthew, you are loving. But it's like, this isn't the real me. This is the outer shell, And like, look at nature. It's like fall comes, plants die, leaves fall, spring comes, and they grow back. Nature of, it's like that cycle of life. It's like death is almost like we are taking off this costume. There's actually a quote that I heard that really opened up my eyes. Birth in the physical is death in the spiritual. Death in the physical is birth in the spiritual. Birth in the physical is death in the spiritual. Death in the physical is birth in the spiritual. Like, I found that fascinating. Especially here in the Western world, it's like our view on death is like very, we grieve and we cry and we wear black and we try and like hold on to that person for as long as we can, but it's like I'm sure there's a lot of, places still that celebrate death, because it's just a new birth somewhere else. So we don't really know what happens to us, right? But like this whole thought on reincarnation and whatnot. It's like maybe, but I feel like the point of this game is to come here with no addictions, maybe with some karma that we have to overcome, but the point of it is to not leave with addictions. And I find it fascinating how all of my addictions are now gone, Like I feel really blessed for that, because these addictions like are almost like a wire or like a fucking anchor that will hold us down to this level, you know? Like especially if you treat people like shit, I think, you know, it is all about the intention, you know? Like there's all these, you know, spiritual books or religions that speak about, you know, burning in hell and lake of fire and whatnot. But it's like, my thought is that say if we go on the other side and it's love, light, blissful, heavenly, well, like if we know that we come from that much love, we are going to judge ourselves. And if time doesn't exist, well, that could feel like 1,000 years. You know, I think the way out of this level or this game is to, you come here, you do what you gotta do, you have fun, you experience, of course. You might be a drinker, dabble around with smoking, you're doing drugs, sexaholic, I don't know, you know. But the key is to not leave this body with these addictions. My thought, I don't know. This is just my thought, you know. It's like being here, got a lot of time to think, you know. So 191 pounds. Let's go. Lost a little bit of weight, but it is what it is.
If life is infinite, then this is not life. Really let these words sink in. If life is infinite, then this is not life. We can see this in everything that we scrupulously observe. Therefore, we must conclude that life, in terms of our body and all of its achievements and possessions, which without exception begin and end in dust, isn't life itself. Grasping life's true essence could radically change your life for the better. This is an enormous inner shift that eliminates fear of death. How can you fear something that doesn't exist? And connects you permanently to the infinite source of creation that intends everything from the world of infinite spirit into a finite world. Learn to be comfortable with the concept of infinity and see yourself as an infinite being. Your fear of the infinite. We are all in bodies that are going to die, and we know this. Yet we can't imagine it for ourselves, so we behave as if it weren't so. It's almost as if we're saying to ourselves, everybody dies but me. This is attributable to what Freud observed. Our death is unimaginable, so we simply deny it.